Hey guys, I'm armed with a knife that just fell. A knife, and Freya and I are about to go into the garden and see what there is to pick for dinner. Come on, Mila. Little Miss Freya has one nap a day, so normally that's right around lunchtime, anywhere from 11:30, and sometimes she doesn't wake up on the really long nap days until almost 3. A lot of the times our lunch is really late, and that was the case today. We had a very late lunch. We didn't get done eating until close to 3:30, and really we need to eat dinner pretty early so we can get chores done and then bedtime, so I'm not very hungry. So, this puts a weird shadow on my face. Alright, that's not gonna work with the video, so I'll just have the sun in my eyes, it's fine. So I'm coming out to the garden to see what there is to eat for dinner and to just have a really light veggie dinner. This morning I was out here, or we both were out here picking flowers, and I kind of looked at everything in the morning. And whenever I was out here, I came and I looked at all the squash. It looks like there's a couple that need to be picked. They're on the smaller side, but I would prefer that anyways. So I'm gonna pick a squash for dinner, and we're gonna have that. Huh. You want squash and cheese for dinner? Yeah? Oh. Here we go. Small little thing, but it's gonna work out great for us. While I'm out here real quick, I'm gonna set that down. Hopefully I don't forget it, but there's a bunch of yellow leaves on these. I'm gonna cut them off. Throw them over with my okra. There's some more over here too. Pull those off. Alright, and then this morning I also saw there were beans already on my bean plants, so I'm gonna go also check those out. There's only a couple. I picked some tomatoes this morning, so we'll probably also eat tomatoes. I'm thinking I'm just gonna saute everything together and keep it really easy. Now if Freya eats it is the real question. Freya and I just came back inside. It's another hot day, so it's miserable to be out there for too long. We weren't out there but a few minutes to pick everything. I did end up picking the other squash, which is actually bigger than this one I picked. I should have picked this one first, but it didn't look that big. But it was down in the plant. So I got 2 squash for dinner, shishito peppers from this morning, tomatoes from the garden I picked either this morning or last night. We've got some garlic from the garden, and I was just looking at recipes for cheese to sprinkle on top of it. I have whey left over from the last mozzarella I made to make ricotta, and that's pretty simple. Or I have milk to do something with, and I thought about trying to make a quick farmer's cheese, but my child, I don't think is going to allow that tonight. So we're just gonna chop all these veggies up. I did get 4 eggs today so far. I'll probably have a couple more come in later, but I'm also thinking I might hard boil some eggs and then see what type of meat we have as a leftover and as a filler. I'm gonna get started making that while she's being kind of good. We'll see how far I get without a baby on my hip. still pretty distracted, and I'm just realizing I need some herbs. Woo! Turn that down. I'm gonna go out and pick, I think, rosemary from the garden. We're gonna do rosemary. All right, first things first, I wanna start off by disclosing I am not a cook at all. I normally follow instructions, but what could go wrong with sauteing vegetables, throwing them all together, putting a little cheese on top? Nothing. This is just what we're eating out of the garden tonight for dinner. Everything I'm cooking came from our house. I got the eggs going. They're getting really close to being all done. And then I've got a pot with probably half a tablespoon, of butter melting. Once that's melted, I'm just gonna put the garlic in so it can start sauteing a little bit. I showed you the few things I picked out of the garden today, but I did end up finding a few extra things I'm gonna throw in. I also found some radishes in the fridge that need to get ate, so I just grabbed one radish. Again, you saw the zucchini, the shishito, tomato, and then rosemary. That's all we've got going for us. And then some cheese. Okay, the butter's melted, so let's throw in our garlic. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and add in the shishito peppers as well. We will let this just cook for a little bit. And the eggs are done, so I'm gonna get them into a pot of cold water with ice. Hopefully, oh, maybe, I don't know if we have ice. Be very careful. Do you wanna say hi? Say hi. And the garlic is just about done. It smells really good. Very aromatic. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the squash and the radishes put in so they can start sauteing. And I have a little messing with the tripod. Come here. Are you the cutest thing I've ever seen in my whole life? I just had a thought to add breadcrumbs to it, so I'm gonna do that. Hopefully I don't mess it up. I don't see how I could mess it up other than it just being mushy. That's looking pretty good. Oh, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for the breadcrumbs. These aren't from my garden though. Sitting down to eat, and I've already had a bite. It's pretty good. Breadcrumbs were a good choice. I did have a phone call come in as I was finishing up, and I forgot to season. Definitely needed more salt, so I just put that on top at the end, and I think it turned out pretty good for almost everything on my plate coming from my house and my garden. Pretty cool. If you needed a sign to start your garden, now's the time, guys. Now is the time. The world is just getting crazier and crazier. You hear all new stuff every single day about what's coming. None of us know for sure if anything is coming. There's no point in being scared about it, but you should be it should make you cautious to rely on other people for your food. Get outside, start a garden, put some seeds in the ground. Just go for it, guys. If you needed a sign, this is it. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.